Hello everybody and welcome back to Rave Green TV, and we've seen our beloved Seattle Sounders lose again. And this time it's at home to Real Salt Lake, who have done the double over us this season. And you know, one thing I want to touch upon before I get into this review. We took their best player, we took their head coach, and we still can't beat them. They came to Lumen Field and beat us. But let's backtrack to the start of this game. The starting lineup, I think that's the best starting 11 that the Sounders could put out, all things considered. Obviously, if JP was here, I'd probably play him over Danny Leyva. But Danny Leyva, first and foremost, big shout out to you. You were probably my man of the match with Rusnák. You guys are probably the best ones. And then a minor shout out for Stefan Frei. But I'm going to give it to Danny because he came in to start and he bossed that midfield, spread the play really well. In regards to the game, we had chances. We can cry about Raúl Ruidíaz's goal getting overturned by VAR, but I guess apparently it was offsides. I didn't see it, but if it was, it was. Nothing we can do about it. And it's kind of the same story of this season. We don't take our opportunities. We start off the game slow. Real Salt Lake score. Then they're going to slow down play. Like, why are we going to get upset at Real Salt Lake? We're going to boo them, the players and all that, because they're time wasting. What can you expect? They did it last time they were here, so why would you think their plan is any different? They did the exact same thing in the playoffs, and they've pulled it off yet again. Rusnák, with a moment of brilliance, he scores, and then 2 minutes later, we concede. I think the biggest issue with today's match, or tonight's match, was our outside backs. Nouhou and Alex Roldan sold so much for us in this game. And Nouhou did do a little bit better at the end of the game. It was a little too late from him. And so it's like Alex Roldan sleeping at the back post. Nouhou, touches the ball, kicks the ball forward. Doesn't even know what he's doing with it. He picks his head up, the ball's off his feet. He doesn't even know where it went. I think the big reason why these two guys have been, maybe not as good as they have been in seasons past is because they have no competition. If Nouhou gets hurt, Kelyn Rowe goes in. If Alex Roldan gets hurt, Kelyn Rowe goes in. We don't have any proper outside back competition for the either of them. Someone that's fighting for the same spot as them, and that's why we see these lackluster performances by them. What does tonight's game come down to? I don't know. I don't really want to blame Brian because I actually don't think tonight was his fault. I think, as I said, the starting lineup was good. The subs were actually really good. He threw everything out there. I think it comes down to this team. I think the team is starting to get stale. I saw a stat on Twitter, I believe, in our previous 10 matches, we've now lost 7. That is the worst stretch of games the Sounders have had since 2016 under that poor form under Siggy Schmidt. And then after that, we sacked Siggy. Is that maybe the case for Brian? I don't know. This isn't the video I'm going to discuss that in. I don't think so. But in regards to tonight's match, RSL's done the double over us. 1,000 we almost have as many losses this year as last place Sporting Kansas City. That's so bad. So many teams have come here this season and have won, not just stolen points in regards to a draw, have won and taken 3 points away from Lumen Field. This is supposed to be a fortress. It's not. It's gone. And I know this is a negative review, but we've lost yet again, and it's so disappointing to see from this team, and I'm tired of seeing this. So many losses game after game, and it's the same thing where it's so stale. There's no creativity, and it's just so boring to watch from this team. I think we did have good stretches where we were playing well, and I thought, okay, this is more of the Sounders, but outside of Raúl Ruidíaz, I think we have no offense. Will Bruin missed a couple of good chances. Fredy Montero, I love the guy like the next dude, but he missed probably 2 sitters in tonight's game. And as I said, this team is stale. And I'm not saying we necessarily need a revamp in this team, but, it's got to be in the back of our heads that maybe we do need to revitalize, rejuvenate this team, because I feel like the times where we win games and we see a brilliant spark in this team is when we play the youngsters. Like I said tonight with Danny Leyva, with Dylan Teves, with Obed Vargas in the beginning of the season. We don't see that a lot and as often as we do with Nicolás Lodeiro, some parts with our Ruidíaz. Jordan Morris is very hit and miss. And João Paulo has been out for the entire season, so you can't even put him in that category. But, maybe this team needs a different jump. We have 9 games left. We're outside a playoff spot. Granted, we're only 1 or 2 points out of a playoff spot, but it's a tough stretch of games. Our next game's against the Galaxy, Orlando City, then Portland Timbers. Could we maybe get 9 points out of that game? We pretty much have to not lose, essentially almost win out our 9 games to have a comfortable playoff spot, because if we're in the last playoff spot possible, we're going to have no home games. We're going to be on the road throughout the whole playoff run. And that's going to be so difficult to see that we're not going to play a single game at home in the playoffs. Granted, I do want us in the playoffs, but then again, on the other side, I want us to finish in a decent spot where at least we may have one playoff game to reward these fans that have traveled home and away for this team to at least see them play in the playoffs. But boys and girls, tonight's really frustrating. It's insanely frustrating to watch. And, you know, I probably could have said a lot worse. And, you know, the thing is, it's just so upsetting to me. I can't wrap my head around the fact that we took RSL's best player in Albert Rusnák. We took their head coach in Fredy Juarez. And we're still getting the double done over us from Real Salt Lake. But boys and girls, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Definitely smashing the like button will make me feel 1,000 times better than I do after going to tonight's game. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And I hope you all have a lovely day.